If you clicked on this video, that means that you want to make it to Unreal lobbies, but you're having a hard time. In this video, I'm going to go through some gameplay here from one game that I recently had in Elite lobbies, and for some context, I've only been playing Ranked for about 2 days this season, and I've already made it to Elite, and probably within the next day will be in Unreal. Now be warned, some of the decisions that I made during this gameplay are not the greatest decisions in the world, but I'm going to talk about how I played with my duo and what helped us win this game, so let's just get into the gameplay. So in this first clip right here, you can see that we chose to land at a low-key location, which is probably something you should do as well. I get some minis right off the bat, I open this chest, and I end up getting a sniper. Now I know that there's another player in the building with me, so I need to go out before healing up so I can get another gun just in case he pushes me. He does end up pushing me, but he backs off pretty quickly once he sees that I have shield, but he then goes to push my teammate. My teammate gets really low, so I'm going to run outside and help out, but fortunately, my teammate gets the knock. After finishing this fight and looting up the POI, you can see that we still have pretty bad loot, so what we're going to do is we're going to hop on the train and hack this large chest. Now that we have good loot, we're going to go to one of the storm forecast towers so that we can see the next circle so that we can have good rotates. The only problem is, after we end up killing this boss, a duo from the closest POI ends up pushing us and they have the medallion. Now fortunately, this duo makes a massive mistake and one of the guys pushes by himself, in which my teammate and I both double team him and kill him. Now the other kid in this guy's duo ends up running around for about a minute and a half, which wastes a ton of time and it takes a very long time for us to kill him. By the time we end up killing him, another team rolls in, and then after that, another one. At this point, you should be getting together with your duo, and if you have rotation like we do here, shockwaves, you should be disengaging. Here's the thing with the new ranked system. There is no benefit to getting kills. They made it pretty much irrelevant. The only reason you should ever be fighting is if you absolutely have to, so don't be afraid to disengage if you actually are trying to rank up. After my teammate and I disengage, we rotate into this Coliseum area, and there are 4 teams around us, and we're about to get pinched. My teammate and I right now are looking for a few snipes for some chip damage, just to see if we can get a knock for the hell of it, when another team ends up rolling up from below. Now the same exact mistake that the previous duo made, these guys make as well, where one of them ends up pushing up really hard, and I end up getting the kill. Now you can see my teammate is also very low and he's still fighting the other player, so what I'm going to do is rotate right back to my teammate before I loot or do anything with the kid I've killed. I'm going to replace the walls and I'm going to hold builds for him so that he can't get knocked. This right here forces the other player to disengage, and now we have an extra free kill, a mat refresh, heals refresh, and we're going into the end game with a medallion, so we're looking pretty good. Right before endgame, a team ends up pushing my duo, and he's by himself, and I'm about 50 meters away. He calms this to me, and even though I'm looking for a snipe on another player and I have a free kill, I turn around immediately and I go up to him, because if he gets knocked, I'm going to also have to 2v1, and they're going to have the medallion that he's carrying. These players were super weird and they were just camping on top of us the whole time spraying, but we wait until zone rotates, and then once this happens, they start getting a little bit more aggressive because they're antsy. We still have one more shockwave, so we're going to use that to disengage from this and set ourselves up perfectly for endgame. At this point, we basically have perfect positioning in zone, we're on dead side, and all the other teams that are continuously fighting are in this very large building off in the distance. At this point, if you're here in this situation, you should be getting an early rotation, making sure that you're keeping an eye out for people that are looking for you, but using as little mats as possible. Once you successfully get into zone, your goal is to get ahead here so that you can look back for free tags and free eliminations. We end up getting a couple free tags, but no kills here unfortunately, but as the lobby gets smaller and smaller, we continue to rotate on the front side of zone looking back, and this puts a lot of pressure on these players, enabling us to get them killed by other players too. Finally, we're down to the last duo, and I end up pushing down pretty hard and killing one of the players that has a medallion. Unfortunately, this was a pretty bad choice though, because I end up getting knocked to the other guy's teammate, and my teammate has 0 builds, so we're not looking very good here. Now in this situation, you should be staying underneath this guy's builds ahead so that he can't see you. My teammate does this perfectly in the water, and somehow he ends up clutching this win, which puts us up around 10+%. Now this gameplay is far from perfect. I've only been playing on keyboard and mouse for about 4 to 5 days, so I can't do nearly the same amount of things that I could do on controller, but you can still win ranked games like this, even in higher competitive lobbies like Elite. So if this helped you guys out, feel free to subscribe, turn on post notifications so you guys never miss a video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.